today we are at 121 Residence, which is a Glomac project in Kayu Ara itself. Now, this particular project is situated not too far from a squatters area, but the beauty about this particular project is the fact that it's situated very near the Kayu Ara train station, which is the MRT line 3 lah. So we'll be walking over, we'll be seeing this place, and let's check it out. So the beauty about this is the accessibility towards IKEA as well. And they even have like a bus stop, dedicated bus stop right in front of the condo. So this is really for young working professionals or students that's trying to just get a place to stay that is near this vicinity, because KPMG is really not far from here. So you stay here, you just come to take a public transport and ciao. You can see that the developer also spent money not just rectifying the particular development, but on the common areas or the streets over here also, they actually installed nicer looking lampu. And on top of that, you see the lampu that they actually provide kan, ada CCTV juga. Okay, so this is actually to protect the compound a little bit better, because this area is not to say the safest of all, because there's squatter areas over there. So they need to have certain things of a security system to actually help a little better lah. Okay, so for the Muslim folks out there, there's also a very nice looking mosque over here, which is like less than a minute walk from the condo itself lah. So mosque. Okay, so I think we just found our lunch spot later, which is only like one minute walk around. Okay, so there's Iti Salai, there's a lot of very good Malay food over here. So we'll give it a try later as well. So you can see, because this is a development that's situated in a very kampong area last time, but now they redeveloped the place, and you can still see very old, very dangerous kind of like electrical wirings coming out, right? This kind of reminds me of my time when you're in Thailand, you always see this kind of electrical wiring, which is a bit scary, because kalau dia hujan, you sentuh dia, maybe electrocuted lah. I don't know. I'm not going to try. So now the developer also very thoughtful. They want to kind of make a separation by using landscaping. So now these are crawlers, right? Basically to kind of like prevent, give you a bit more privacy, because on this road over here, situated on the left-hand side, right, there's a lot of heavy traffic coming into the kampong jalan one. So I hope that at night here, tak ada banyak mat rempit, because I look at the streets right now, they're completely flat. Kalau no bump or no hunches, right, memang the mat rempit left to pa 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 like this one. So inshallah, no mat rempit. So that's the major highlight of this particular development, which is the LRT line 3 Kayu Ara lah. So it's actually not running yet, but I think it's estimated 2025 Q3-ish that it will go live lah. So a lot of people that bought here, stay here, was actually sold the dream with this LRT 3 over here lah. Okay, so this is the back entrance of the particular development. So this entrance, once you leave already, you can very easily access the LRT line 3 Kayu Ara lah. So we're just going to walk back in over here with the access card. Oh, this is a design that's a bit tight. Lucky I punya perut kurus sikit lah. Okay, so we are going to walk a little bit closer to the LRT just to see how far it takes, right? But according to the owner, just walk straight out here, turn right, and then you're supposed to be there already. So the 121 Residence over here, if you come out from the back exit over there, the developer was supposed to give you a covered walkway all the way to the train station, which is the Kayu Ara LRT line 3, right? But it seems like today is not done yet lah. As you can see, I'm under the hot scorching sun right now. And where's my covered walkway, my friend? So if you stay here also, don't worry about like makan and all that stuff, because there's quite a lot of nasi kandar or mama around the vicinity. Want to cut hair, also got cut hair. Want to buy hardware stuff also, they also have it. And I was told that this place actually has a lot of makanan Bangladesh. So interesting. Later maybe we'll try some Bangladesh food again. But now the thing, there is also a lot of very empty, there's a lot of vacant shop lots in this particular area as well. The right side is a bit older, but it's a bit more blossoming. But on the left side over here, where we just climbed the stairs, right, it's a little bit older, and a lot of these shop lots are actually not occupied also. Oh, ini makanan Bangladesh. Ini macam apa tu? Samosa, ya samosa. Puri samosa. There's also a mini market over here. Fresh produce every single day you can get. Not bad. Ini buah macam tikus lah. So this is by no means a very cheap condo. even though the sales price is only about 320,000 for the smallest layout, which is 450 square feet, right? Now, if you're paying 720 per square feet, and your lobby is greeted with this type of design, very questionable lah. I mean, I think they should have covered this place up a little bit better, because as you come into the entrance way also, you want to be greeted with a nicer looking or luxury design at least lah. Because 720 per square feet is actually expensive. So this particular condo also enjoys a very special punya amenity, which is on Sunday, Monday and Thursday, they will have a pasar malam and pasar pagi. And you can see that the kadais and the warungs, right, will all be on this red color petak over here lah. So this red color petak is whereby the kadais will actually be situated on. And the biggest problem is, if this, on this particular days, right, if you come over here, you need to make a turn all the way back there, because they're going to close up the whole jalan over here for the pasars. So make a turn over there and then enter from one entrance only, and same exit also. So hard, huh? Okay, so now when you come to the facility deck, the first thing you notice is that you're greeted with this type of unpolished kind of flooring, right? Which is not very pleasing lah, especially as I mentioned, knowing the price that you're paying per square feet for this particular development over here, which is 720, right? Then walking across the whole facility deck, you will see a rather decent swimming pool over here. And there's a podium over there for the gym, multi-purpose hall. Later we'll check it out. And a rather decent playground. And I think to me, what is more surprising is the fact that they actually have this futsal court and also a small little basketball court for the kids or for you to actually kind of use. And in terms of the finishing of the facility area, we say it's rather subpar. I've seen way much better, with way much affordable prices. So seeing this is actually quite sad lah, you know, the quality of the deliverables is not really up to standard. And it's odd that they actually cramp all the barbecue pit areas into a small little podium over here, right? It's just right next to each other. So if let's just say there's two parties over here coming for a barbecue event, right? You're kind of like having the party together lah. So beyond that, facility-wise, really nothing too interesting. As you can see, the development itself, situated on the 8th floor, really nothing much to tell over here lah. But I think for the people that stays in this particular area or bought this particular area to begin with, right, they weren't really thinking much about using the facilities. They bought this for the convenience of the location all the way to One Utama lah. And predominantly the tenant demographics that are already staying in this vicinity right now are usually the ones that are working in like the KPMGs or anybody that's working in that particular area lah. So facility-wise, as I mentioned, rather okay, just nothing too fancy, nothing too much to say. So after visiting the entire development of 121 Residence, I think the developer tried their very best to kind of like provide you with a lot of facilities to justify its 720 ringgit per square feet lah. But when it comes to look at the overall finishing, deliverables, and the quality of materials that is used, right, questionable, very questionable. When you see the whole place, you're just like, so much things could be done better, especially for the price that you actually pay. Now, a lot of people bought this property as a first home because it's the barrier of entry is actually very low and only about 320 ringgit in total, right, on SPA. And it's because these layouts are also very small. The smallest layout over here is about 450 and this was sold for about 300 plus thousand lah. And now for the case of the larger layouts, they are also priced on the pricier end, about 700 plus square feet for a 3-bedroom apartment. So imagine having to cramp all these rooms into a small form factor, right? Which is personally questionable also. But for the most part, people that bought this particular area were sold with the idea that they had the cover walkway to that over there, which is the new MRT line 3, Kayu ara lah. So just now when we walk towards the direction, we don't see any cover walkway yet. So hopefully it's going to be developed sometime soon. But It's the location that really sells to me personally because it's actually situated not too far from your IKEAs or your One Utama, which is all right over there lah. I think that's the major selling point over here because there's a lot of job opportunities over there, especially for those auditors like working in KPMG, right, busting your ass off. And because this particular area is also situated next to a lot of kampong, older kampong areas, it's also very questionable with the demographics over here. I'm very worried and I really hate mud and pits, especially when they go pa 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 and all those stuff, right? It's just very annoying, especially when you stay in a high-rise building, right? Especially the top floors one. There's nothing really to prevent the noise or kind of like insulate it, right? So it's very loud and very annoying. So the gym looks rather full-fledged. They even included some decent gym equipments by Techno Gym. And it's currently not operating yet, I believe, as most of the equipments are just newly set up as this residents just got their keys not long ago lah. So yeah, it's actually quite decent that you have quite good quality products or gym equipments in this particular development itself. Okay, so there's also a reading room, not a library, but a reading room, whereby it's actually very questionable punya deliverables of fittings, right? I feel that these are all chipboard material, but okay lah. I mean, it's facing the facility deck. Maybe you read over here. It's quite nice. But you always get to see the busy train station Kayu Ara coming up soon lah. Okay, so coming in this particular area, there's a small little games room that has a ping pong table, a foosball, and a small snooker table going on lah. I believe they also have this darts thing, but they haven't set it up fully. But essentially, it has some of these small little facilities for you to kind of use as well. And that is more of like another compound for you to kind of like just sit down and just read your books or whatnot lah. More like a lounge itself. Okay, so we're driving our way to One Utama from the 121 residence, which is very close by, less than a 5-minute drive lah. So it has all the big names, right? KPMG, IBM, One World Hotel. So this is One Utama, which is not far from the condo that we just reviewed just now, 121 residence. About 5 minutes away lah, and you can see right now we are heading off this place already. So that's pretty much it of our 121 residence tour. Right now we are stuck in a jam exiting One Utama area, and the reason is because it's only 5 minutes away, so we just wanted to kind of see how the traffic is like. So that's it for 121.